So guys, as we have seen so far, Karu realizes that he does not have such an audience that he can give strength to Alma. Because of this, the people of arms advise him not to do anything, but in the end, only by convincing them all, she takes up the responsibility of giving training to Karu. Then we are told about a case in which a person is stealing mechanical arms, and the eye thinks that this is the same person who killed his parents. Because of this, she goes to investigate, and there she finds the herd who steals her mechanical arms. Only then does Karu save Aki with all his strength. And now further then, here says a member of the arms,
I believe we've assigned a lot of tasks to Cars.
So Tani says,
if we continue speaking like this, he will never develop.
And then we see here, Karu gets on a truck that is stealing a lot of mechanical arms.
Finally, I'm here. What am I doing?
We must act swiftly. We need to save our companions.
Students?
Hold on, we still need to stick to the strategy.
Yama comments.
Karu, how are things progressing there?
There is a very dangerous mechanical user here.
Nobody.
Don't be stupid. When we pass the interchange, then what I received is the EMP. He has activated it.
Then we see here. That enemy is killing his mechanical rest bye-bye so that it gets activated. Due to which, Alma gets angry and he attacks the truck driver and drops the entire truck, which the members of the common are surprised to see. Tahikaru says,
What's your next move?
Me?
Something needed to be done.
We see that the enemy attacks Hikaru, and Hikaru is escaping his attacks. Then this Tani starts moving towards Hikaru, and here the enemy is throwing Bob at Hikaru, so that Hikaru escapes, and that enemy comes close to him and makes a strong attack on him, which causes a huge explosion there. But we see that Tani has created Karu. Then Karak says,
Looks like Alma has done something wrong again.
So Alma says,
Please forgive me.
So we observe that the enemy starts attacking Karu again, but yours interferes, throws him away, and responds,
Even if this idiot has a handle, if you're incapable of doing anything, let's leave.
Tani takes Karu away from there.
So you have 2 mechanical arms, but look, I have 3 because I have 1.
And attacks Aki, but we see that due to lack of stamina, that enemy becomes unconscious. The desk says,
Did you really think you could control multiple mechanical arms without training?
Talaki goes to call the recovery team, but then we see a person come and start saying something to that enemy. Because of this, the enemy gets up again and attacks the eye like a madman and avoids his attacks. He reaches out and attacks the person's eye, but Aki stops his attack and we see that person has become more powerful than last time. Then the eye starts to see something behind that person, but it is falling heavily on the enemy because he can't focus on anything else. Only then do we see these Karu and Alma come there and hit that enemy with a strong punch.
What are you doing here today? I told you to leave, didn't I?
The enemy is attacking them again. Meanwhile, Karu and Alma stop his attack. Then the enemy throws a car at them. Meanwhile, Karu and Alma escaped from that vehicle and attacked it with all their might. So that he goes away and falls away.
Well, you have done a very good job. Look how many mechanical arms we were able to save because of you.
Here, Akuse is checking the enemy and comes back thinking about her family, where she misses her little sister, who is you. Haki has a carry to save him. Then Kwan comes here to meet Oki and Sinez says,
Did you learn anything from the person we fought?
Then Kwan says,
We have removed his mechanical arms, but he is also not a worm-type mechanical user, and he himself does not know anything about worm-type mechanical arms.
Then the desk says,
And when we beat him, he recovered completely. There was something wrong there, and there we also saw something called a walk-type mechanic.
I know you want to take revenge on your family, so if you need any help, I will do it for you. But please don't always depend on it.
Yes, first of all, you have disappeared from there. This is the only way to get cars to school. The found car does not have to take the name of getting up, only then it is brought there and takes it in its lap and takes it to the school, where all the people of the class are surprised to see it like this.
You two are in a relationship. Have you heard the latest news today? A new student has arrived in our class who is very Richard.
Ta, as soon as we see it, we start calling the work on a condition, and we know that it is a transfer student, and no one is coming from June.
After all, what are you doing here? I'm here for you.
Are you following me?
Tadex attacks June, but June stops his attack and says,
You're the girl I lost.
Then she finally attacks June again, and June also gets ready to fight, says Turtodo.
June, you are breaking our promise on the first day. Do you remember that I transferred India to this place? But under what conditions? I know I don't have to use mechanical arms in school.
Then she sits down comfortably and finally starts attacking him. That's what he says about stopping cars.
I don't think he wants to fight us. I will continue to achieve trigger rest, but this time I have come for you, even as my colleagues have told me that my mechanical comfort will take time to connect with my body, because I can only use its power on a temporary basis. So until then, I will try to find out how you are finally able to use trigger rest and then defeat you and take it away.
If you know more about me, please tell me, and in return, I will tell you everything about Kalu.
When do Alma and I leave it about me? Do you know anything about Alma? Because in the scheme, damage is missing.
So Aki starts attacking Jum again, but Alma catches him, who starts killing Kalu as soon as he comes.
I can't hurt you at school, but I can't guarantee that thing when you're going home and...
It goes from there, folding and seeing the memory, Anki is roaming with Kalu, so that he could save her. He tries to avoid the first car and gets rid of it with great difficulty.
I couldn't even eat it, so what should I do?
Taejun says,
If so, let me buy food for you. My friend had said that maybe you broke the trade because of your food. If you are able to use it, so I want to know what you eat, so let me buy you lunch. You understand humanity a little better, and I want to ask you something in return.
So you take your time and say it again.
Do you really think that by promising a lunch so you can lure the cars? And anyway, if you really have to buy food, buy it for me, and I will like this food.
Seeing Maru Ank and Hikaru match brings much joy, but it goes to the bathroom to avoid Akaru Ank and says,
As long as I'm with you, I don't talk to Jin. I won't be able to. I'm pretty sure he knows something about you.
Don't you have any ideas?
Look, I just remembered that today is a sports tournament. Maybe I can talk to him there.
He is looking around the ground, and then a ball hits his head, causing him to fall down, and then they see it. We were watching the cars from a tree, and he says,
Why is he acting this way? It has a trigger, but how much pomegranate is it?
Then Anki throws the ball on the zone and the side that moves away, and that ball goes straight to Karu. Then Anki's eyes start apologizing to Karu, but as soon as we see Karu is unconscious, then Maru comes and ties Karu up and starts asking Anki and Jun whether they want Karu or not, for which they both say here. My heart carries them away, asked to fight each other for the right cars.
Since when have I been thinking about taking revenge with you?
Do you honestly think you can take revenge on me?
And yes, if I win, will you just leave him alone?
They belong to me, so there's no need for you to get involved.
She suddenly realizes and cannot comprehend what she said. Your Arjuna prepares to fight and asks Asmahik to stop her.
Do you really think that you will listen to me and wait? I have an idea. If you leave me and June alone for a while, then I will buy you lunch.
Hearing the name of Takane, they come to accept this situation and eventually depart with me from there.
What did you have to talk to me in the future? You were part of the Kagami family.
Then those who say yes.
Can you tell me who I am? I don't recall anything about myself, and no, I don't remember what I was engaged in.
My family possesses that information. That's precisely what you need, as you're a part of my family.
And then show them a photograph.
So Yakubo is Kagami, and accompanying him is Alma. Wait a moment. This is Yakubo, correct? This individual is the founder of the Kagami group, Yakubo Kagami, and it's for this reason that this city has transformed in this manner.
So?
Does this imply that I once battled against my friends alongside you?
I'm uncertain. Regardless, this occurred ages ago, so if you wish to learn about it, you can discover the details on your own.
Thus this Aki receives Queen's phone and that associated Aki. A warm mechanical device calls to inform about the usual user. Taya proceeds to the city library to research Hikaru or Kumbas.
Arkika, what is going on? Why does it love City's upcoming group so much? Aren't they bad people?
This is true from a mechanical comfort perspective. He has done much for people.
Tabalama sees Jacob and begins to cry.
I think it was very important for me, but maybe I don't remember anything. I'm too useless.
Then recall that a Vomp-type mechanical user has caught Tani with his mechanical name, then comes and arrives there. We see that it separates the mechanical mango of the Worm-type user from him and completely breaks that mechanical mango, which makes the eye angry and it attacks him. Then we see that the Worm-type fixes something else in the place with the mechanical name of the user so that the Thani is the day before, goes crazy like the enemy and attacks Aki so that she becomes busy fighting with and taking advantage of this. That bomb-type user leaves there so that she hits a strong punch to Tani so that she becomes unconscious and goes after that bomb-type user by calling the units. So Yatani is very surprised about this condition and takes her back to Arms where the doctors are stabilizing her. Tayari says that you brought Tani here from time so that her life will be saved. So thank you for this. Galax will not be able to survive.
What are you saying? Can't you fix it? It's a machine, isn't it?
Like you, if we die once, we die.
Mechanical amp are living creatures similar to us with mechanical life.
There are forms. We have come here from a different dimension so that we can save the companions who had dug their power and the seventh our home. They also came to save the flood, and Dialo has given us life, which is found in a very different world, and this story is famous in our world.
And that is why the mechanic labs came to our world looking for that same O dialogue, and after that we met the humans where they found out that the humans are a species that is themselves the arbitrarium.
And then we found Odella because of Hummus. But while we were experimenting to activate it, there was a sudden accident and Odella got out of control, which Ayama put all her strength to seal, and herself fell into a deep sleep. And you are the only one who knows how to activate Udela or how to seal Udela.
Alma plays a crucial role for both those aiming to activate Udela and those wishing to seal it. Subsequently, the mechanical larva of Tani Carix perishes, marking a significant moment. The wormed mechanical of time stretches towards the user in pursuit, exclaiming,
I won't allow this to escape, for you have slain my family members. Now, reveal your face to me.
Then she sees that that user has a doll of his sister in his hand and his face is also like his sister and the guy is supported by this. The shirt ends and the link of the next episode must be coming on your screen. Can you watch the episode by speculating?